Maybe you didn't play well enough to win for the full 7 innings.
Well, we had
you had your chances.
We had our chances. We had our bad first inning. After that, we settled down and we were battled back a couple of times. We made some mental mistakes, which I think was what cost us the game. We had too many players left on base, and it hurt us.
Yeah, and a couple of those plays, there were a couple strikeouts he had. You couldn't field. They got on base. Then you had a play there in the 7th inning where, he was able to advance to third base and eventually score.
That's
little things kind of compounded.
Those are the little
in this
things
game.
that have hampered us all year long. We need to minimize those mistakes or not have them at all, and rebound from them. That we can't do that with a good team like Ripley and be expected to win. So we've got to minimize those errors and mental mistakes, and I think we'll be okay.
And is this one of these games is kind of you guys in a nutshell? Yeah, there's some good, there's some bad, and
we played well. We hit the ball pretty well. We just didn't hit it at the right time.
Yeah.
We had a lot of times we had men in scoring position. We just couldn't move the runners, and then at times we did.
Yeah.
I thought Seth Corwin pitched a very good ball game.
You talk about him. He got off to a bad start, which wasn't entirely his fault, and he kind of gutted it out after that.
Well, he's a grinder. I mean, he wanted the ball. He always wants the ball. He's a grinder. After that first inning, he settled down nicely, and
you could have kind of ripped the ball out of his hand, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't going to take him out. He didn't want to come out. But at the same time, the mental mistakes we've made on defense really is what cost the ball.
What was his pitch count at around the end?
He was about 110.
Okay, that's about probably as much as you want to go, right?
That's yeah. It all depends how he's feeling. But his elbow didn't drop any, so he was on top of the ball, so he was feeling good.
So you're going to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt and let him go, especially if he's getting people out there, right? Yeah. Right. And you had to be happy with how you tied it up there. You had the squeeze there with Justin, and it worked out perfectly.
It worked out. He did a very good job on that. And I'm glad he was able to get that button down because
how far was that from home plate? That
wasn't far at all. It wasn't far for the line.
Wasn't that okay?
Yeah, it wasn't far from the line either.
It looked like it was inches there.
Yeah, it was one of those planned things, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But one of those things, they advanced runners in the last inning because we made some mental mistakes.
Yeah.
And they got that hit and scored the runner in the end of the game. So if we can eliminate those, I feel pretty good about this team. If we keep having them, it's going to be a long season. And
what about the start you had? You had 4 runs off the bat there, 4 straight hits. It's exactly what you do. You just couldn't sustain it.
Well,
I guess.
we just couldn't. At first we hit the ball really, really, really well. Then all of a sudden, we did. We went dead for a little bit, picked it up a little bit, and it's just one of those. It's baseball, one of those things.
And the good thing is you got 2 more tomorrow. You can bounce back and. I guess forget about this in a way, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a good showing tomorrow with Greenbrier West and Bridgeport. Both are going to be big games, so we're expecting our team to be ready to play.